so the spindles are finished. These things look pretty amazing. I really like how the welds turned out. Also, the brake discs are done. These things took me 2.5 days to make, but they turned out pretty amazing. I put some slots in these brake discs as well as the holes. I have no idea what the slots do. I know that slotted brake discs are a thing. I don't know if they're for performance. I don't know what they do, but I put them on these just because I think they look cool. So I was only able to do them on one side, so I put them on the side that faces out on the hubs. So now I think it's finally time to start working on assembling all this stuff onto the frame, and then we can start working on building the top A-arms as well as steering. Alright, so right now I'm trying to figure out the caster angle, the angle of which the spindle is this way. And normally with off-road machines, I normally do like 10 degrees, which is a little much, but it seems to be fine. It seems to work great for off-road machines. So I did 10 degrees on this, and I don't really know. It seems to work fine when I turn the wheel this way, but when I turn it this way, oh boy. Yeah, I'll show you a different view, because that view doesn't really show you anything, but, yeah, I don't think that's correct. So, I saw online that, car caster angle is around, 3 to 5 degrees. So I'm just gonna cut this little tack, move this up, so therefore I'm gonna go 5 degrees. The awesome thing about Heim joints is, you know, this is not a setup. This is fully adjustable. I can adjust pretty much anything. So I just kind of got to get it close to what it needs to be, and then if we ever need to fine tune it, we can do that with just adjusting the Heim joints. Is that better? I'm not really sure. Now it's like straight up and down when I go this way. And it's only slightly tilted this way. I don't know. You know what? It's adjustable. Let's do the other side. Alright, check it out. This thing has almost no bump steer. It's got like a tiny little bit, but the suspension is never going to move up and down this much when you're driving it, so I think it's fine. So I think it's time to work on reinstalling the suspension. Alright, so the shocks we were using for this project were originally these. These are from Go Power Sports. Links in the description below for these. Now, unfortunately, these really had a hard time holding up this frame. The frame's kind of heavy, so I think let's swap these out with these. I bought these originally for the Ninja, but when I installed them, these were so strong that it didn't even feel like I had suspension, so I swapped them out with something a lot lighter. So I think these will be perfect for this project. There's a ton of adjustability. You can adjust something with this, and then there's another adjustment that does something. You can also adjust the preload with these. So I think these look pretty awesome. I'm not really sure if I want to put them like this. I kind of like the look of that a lot more, or maybe like that. That looks pretty. I'm not sure if these work upside down. I think they do. They're gas shocks. I don't know. We could always just install them this way, and if we don't like the way it looks, then we could always flip them over. Alright, so I had to do some adjusting to get these shocks to work. It's kind of, I'm not really sure how well they're going to work because I lift it up and it stays there, and then when I move the suspension down, it just kind of stays there. So I'm not really sure how well these are going to work, or I don't know, but we can still adjust them. There's a bunch of adjustments on here that does stuff that I haven't played with, so we'll fine-tuning and hopefully get it to work. Now, We haven't installed the brake calipers yet. We'll do that in the next video. I kind of need to end this video and work on something else because I'm kind of tired of working on this thing right now. We're going to take a break from this project for a little bit because I got to continue working on the CBR 1000 project. We kind of took a 3-week break on that thing to work on this. So we'll do sometime. We'll continue working on this thing and get the rear tire. We're still going to do that. We're still going to change the rear tire with the car tire. But we just kind of have to put it on hold for a little bit so I can work on the CBR 1000. So yeah, I'm really liking these the look of car tires on this thing. I think it looks a lot better than the motorcycle tires. Hopefully it performs a lot better, but we won't know that until we test drive it. So I guess that's it for this video for now. I gotta end this video here. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see ya in the next video. Oh, man. Yep, so I ended up having to cut these off, and I had to cut both of them off on both A-arms. These are the bottom A-arms because I forgot at how thin these bungs are for these heim joints, and when I welded the plug weld, I think? Yeah, plug weld. I just completely melted all the way through and screwed up the threads on the inside of the heim joint bung. So, well, there went 2 of them. Good thing I have backups. Yeah, you can see how thin they are. So when you're welding the bungs onto these and you're doing the plug weld, you gotta make sure you don't burn all the way through. Or, which I'm not really sure how well this would work, make sure that the heim joints are in, and that will kind of absorb some of the heat and hopefully make it to where the threads won't screw up. Or if you burn it through hot enough, it'll just fuse the heim joints into the bung, therefore making it never come off. So again, be careful when welding these things. Also, check this out. I'm actually really happy with how these turned out with the welding. Dare I say, I feel like I'm getting better with MIG welding. These don't look half bad. These are somewhat passable welds. So, getting better. And it's funny because for me, I've always been super pressured because my name is Ratherby Welding. I've always been super pressured to feel like my welds have to be really, really good. So, and in the past, they definitely haven't been. But that has pushed me to get even better, and I'm finally at the point where now my MIG welds don't look like dog crap, and it actually look somewhat passable. Yeah. Mostly it's about the fit up, I'll admit. Most of it is just learning how to fit up the material, so therefore it makes it easier to weld. What do we got here? A little bit of a smoke. Yeah, maybe that's not the safest thing to have some leaves right here, right next to where I'm welding. Smells good though. Smells like a campfire.